Good Monday morning. What an interesting weekend we've had, and a stretch of days recently, starting off with the weekend. And this morning we had heavy snow yesterday, now fog. There's the moon just a day past being full. It's setting in the west through the fog. You can kind of see that. That's time-lapse from our Gwaltney Group camera. And even some, a little bit of that ice depositing in some of the treetops. You see some of the little whiteness in some of those branches. That's freezing fog that causes rime ice. You see that sometimes in tree branches, and sometimes it coats things like your windshield, the land, the sidewalks. You get a little bit of freezing fog, can make things a little slippery. So keep that in mind this morning. Maybe a little of that going on. But now in the last couple of frames of that imagery, we're seeing some sunshine. The stratus layer is beginning to lift, the fog lifting as well as we look now live. This is just a few minutes after 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. This is our Gwaltney Group camera from Signal Hill at the studio. Coldest morning of the month so far. And yesterday was the snowiest day of the month. The first measurable of precipitation at all was yesterday. That was the 9th of the month. So we had kind of a dry, quiet spell there for a while. Now this morning, the coldest of the month anyway. Quarter-mile visibility in Rochester, Austin, quarter of a mile, Charles City, half a mile. It is getting better, and it will continue to get better between now and about 10 o'clock. So a couple of hours, and all those stratus clouds, areas of fog will be lifting. We'll have some beautiful sunshine. Kind of a chilly day, and the winds are going to pick up a little bit, but that's going to help temperatures get out of the sub-zero category, make your way all the way into the 20s. So a big change there in temperatures, about 25 to 30 degree jump in temperatures overall from morning to afternoon, with all that warm air surging in on the southwest winds. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today we're talking about cold sun today. Middle of the week is the next round of snow, but at this point, not a huge system. It's just another nuisance system, nothing like yesterday's record. 9.4 inches here in Rochester, the most ever for that particular date, and the heaviest snow in any single day since last February, when we had 40 inches of snowfall for that month. Last February was the snowiest February in history and the second snowiest month ever, and that was one snowy month. This month, this February time around anyway, here on the 10th of the month, it's only snowed once. So we're doing okay. It was a little more normal for us, but that was a lot of snow yesterday in a short amount of time. Sunshine right now. It's still 7 below in Rochester, 1 above in Austin, 3 below in Preston, and 0 in Mason City. Looking out the door, we do have some sub-zero weather, a light breeze, 21 below the wind chill. The winds will pick up, but the temperatures will take off as well. Some sun, then some flurries late in the day after about 3 or 4 o'clock into the evening. 24 the expected high. Sunset 5:32 today. Looking at the numbers, 9.4 inches yesterday, a record for that particular date. The most since February 23 of last year. That big blizzard we had with 50-mile-per-hour winds and 10 inches of snow in that situation. That was just nasty. Seasonal total now 42.3 inches. And what's interesting about that is this. At this point last year, on this date, we had 42.7 inches of snow. Essentially the same situation. Last year, we ended up with 86 inches of snow, though. We doubled that number, which is a lot considering we're a little more than halfway through winter. If we doubled it now, that would be a lot. And hopefully it's not the case. We had a lot of snow last year, and we're all still kind of sore from all that shoveling and snow blowing and things like that from last year, I think. Right now, flurry is still in the forecast. There are the stratus clouds on satellite radar. Zoom out. One little clipper system coming in from the northwest will generate some flurries. Also, some gusty winds ahead of it. So a surge of warmth. Then the cold front swings through tomorrow. Less wind, more sun. Maybe a couple degrees colder behind that front, but not a major front at this point. Fog and flurries today, then a chance of snow Wednesday at this point, inch or so if possible, and an Arctic air comes in for a couple of days at the end of the week. 7 below in Rochester, rivaling Wausau for the coldest on this map. Otherwise, we see the warmth to the west beginning to work its way in. Valentine, Nebraska, 23. Sioux Falls 22 already. Here's Futurecast. There's that storm system coming in from the northwest. Some scattered clouds this afternoon, a few flurries, otherwise a lot of sun. Tonight, brisk breeze, a few flurries. Tomorrow, lighter winds, some sunshine. Temperatures low and mid-20s. and then move along into Wednesday. Clouds will thicken by afternoon, chance of late day and evening snow. And here's what we're expecting for Wednesday's snowfall. We look at the GFS American model, an inch, maybe a little more in the way of snowfall there. At this point, I'm thinking probably less, but we'll keep an eye on that. And Saturday, we start seeing our next chance of snow come in, but just reaches out only 5 days, so not able to get a full scope of that Saturday event. It looks like maybe a couple of inches in that situation for Saturday late morning and afternoon. European version of that. Similar result, just a minor coating on Wednesday. The rest of the week looks drier with some really cold air then coming in for Thursday and Friday. We'll see that in the 7-day. But 24 today in Rochester, Mason City 26, 27 in Owatonna, some fog, some flurries, a lot of sun, and a brisk southwest breeze around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a slightly lighter wind, some flurries, partly cloudy at 14, and mostly sunny, not quite as breezy tomorrow. 23 for your Tuesday. 7-day forecast, a breezy day Wednesday, gusts to 30 to 35 miles per hour as a cold front moves through. Temperatures take a nosedive, 30 the high on Wednesday. Some very light snow in the afternoon and evening. And then Thursday, we wake up to sub-zero temperatures, barely getting above zero in the afternoon. Friday for Valentine's Day, perhaps the coldest morning low of the season so far. And we'll see how that bears out for the rest of the season. But wouldn't it be weird if Valentine's Day was the coldest morning of the entire winter? Oh well, we have a decent afternoon, decent recovery. Weekend that features some warmth, some low 30s, light snow, maybe a couple of inches Saturday, very slight chance Sunday afternoon, and temperatures in the low 30s. So a decent recovery in temperatures there, that Arctic air not lasting very long, but basically about 2 days overall. But today, overall, a fairly peaceful day. A little slick on the roads, though. Keep that in mind. Some fog also keeping visibility down a bit. But yesterday's snow and this morning's freezing fog adding some slick spots. And overall, the story of this week, not as nasty as Sunday morning. We're looking at smaller doses of snow and some pretty typical mid-winter temperatures. In the meantime, have a great Monday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.